right, guys. All right, let's get it started. This is Yoga Fit. My name is Stephanie. Today, all you're going to need is a couple of blocks and a couple of light weights. I actually have 2-pound balls, so I think it's just easier to see when I'm moving my arms around that you can see my my movement. And without further ado, let's get started. Starting hands and knees, some cat and cow. So relaxing the belly, take the gaze forward, inhale. On the exhale, pull the belly button in, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Coming to a flat back, downward facing dog. Strong arms, strong core. And then child's pose. Come on down and lower your head towards the mat. Down dog. Child's pose. One more time. Down dog. Child's pose. Come onto your elbows so that you can circle out your wrists. Taking a side stretch, lift your head, walk your hands over to the right, reach your left arm long. And change. Other side. Coming back to center, downward facing dog. Bending one knee at a time to pedal the feet. Get a little stretch through the hip. Taking small steps, walk your feet forward. Flat back inhale. Forward fold exhale. Rise to stand inhale. Forward fold exhale. Plank pose inhale. And lower down to your belly all the way exhale. Cobra inhale. Child's pose exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, walk your feet forward. Flat back inhale. Forward fold exhale. Rise to stand inhale. Forward fold exhale. Plank inhale. Lower down to the belly. Exhale. We're going to stay on the stomach. Arms come out to the side like an airplane. Lift everything up. And lower down. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Child's pose. And make your way to hands and knees, tabletop position for a bird dog. Here you can grab your weight in your left hand. You're going to extend your right leg behind you and lift it off the floor. Then with your left hand, you're going to take it and reach forward. And change. Other side. Left leg and right hand reach. and release. Downward facing dog. This time we're going to do a sun A with the weights. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, walk your feet forward. Flat back inhale. Forward fold, grab your weights, exhale. Rise, reach those weights to the ceiling, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Plank pose, put your weights down. Inhale. Lower chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg lifted up. Warrior one. Step forward underneath your right hand. Grab your weights on the way up. Reach the weights up. Breathe. Wiggle your toes in the front, maybe even in the back. See if you can wiggle your toes a little bit. And then let them rest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, weights come down to the ground and flow through vinyasa. High plank, inhale. Slower chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg, inhale, lift. Step forward. Try to aim for underneath your left hand. Spin your right heel down. Grab your weights and rise up. Reach those weights up. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, hands come down, flowing through vinyasa, high plank. Inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Walk your feet forward. Grab your weights. Rise on up. Bring the weights to heart center. You're going to bring your toes together and sit in chair. Squeeze those knees together as well. So we're going to take the weights down by our sides and towards the back and up towards the ceiling, and then back up to heart center. So slow control. So we're going from like a bicep curl, easy, and then squeezing the shoulder blades together to lift the arm straight behind. Come back in through. Bellies are in. Continuing with this. Breathe. One more. Rise up to stand. Woo. All right, goddess, with your light weights. So you're going to turn on your mat or just separate your feet on your mat. You're going to hold your hands into cactus. Now, I like them a little further in front of you with the elbows a little lower when you're holding weights versus cactus out like that. So bring them down a little bit. Let's bend the knee. All right. So keeping the elbows in place, you're going to bring the hands, you're going to rotate, bringing the hands forward to parallel with the floor and then back up. Okay, only going to your degree. Your thighs will be on fire. However, your focus is just trying to keep that upper arm bone steady. I'm doing a rotation movement forward. The shoulder. One more. Woo! Straighten those legs. Turn the toes forward. We're going to bring the weights down. We're going to touch the weights to the ground between the feet for a wide-legged forward fold. And then we're going to come all the way back up to standing. So we're going to reach down, flat back if you can, touch down, then come back up. Now, depending on the weights, you're either going to bend the elbows to bring them up or you're going to sweep them out to the side, up over the head. So if they're light, out to the side. If they're heavy, you're going to bend the elbows, bring them through center. And then back down they go. And then between the feet again. Fold. Rise. And then arms either bend up through or out to the side. And come back down. Okay, nice, strong, tight legs here. So hip hinge, we're getting a stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Tap the weight or get close and then use the back of the legs to come back up. Feel those hamstring works and arms both. Inhale and exhale. Make your way down. Inhale, rise. Arms come up. Exhale, you go down. Inhale. And exhale. This time we're going to rise up and stay up. Arms are going to come together all the way up. Let's go back to goddess legs. So you're going to bend those knees. Now we're going to do tricep extension. So your weights are either going to touch together or come really close. You're going to bend the elbows and straighten. So tricep work. While the knees are bent, knees are open. This is working your inner thighs as well as your quads. If you want to take it a step up, let's lift the right heel up. Hold there. Keep going with the arms. Then we're going to change the heel. So bring the right heel down, left heel up, and then continue with your arms. And rest, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, turn the toes forward. Let's go back down to wide-legged forward fold. We're going to stay down. Now we're going to do fly. So the right arm's going to come out to the side like an airplane wing and lower down than the left arm. So right now we're just going to keep it the arms moving. Then we're going to add a twist. So bellies are strong, back is flat. Your knees can be soft a little bit. They don't have to be straight, especially with really tight hamstrings. Okay, let's add that twist. So the right arm comes out to the side, and now try to turn open to look towards the wall a little bit. Turning your chest there as well. Doesn't have to be a big twist, it's just more than just the arm. If you need to bend the elbow, you can bend the elbow to make it easier. Your weights are heavy, right? Maybe you only have 5s at home. So bending the elbow to turn open will make it more accessible. And then go ahead and finish out your set. Take your weights, you're going to leave them on the ground, and you're going to come back to standing and shake out your legs. All right, we're going to go into some lunges. So grab your blocks if you so choose. I like to do blocks with lunges just because I feel like it keeps me a little bit up off of my legs and I can get a little bit more out of it. So placing the blocks right next to your feet, and then you're going to step your right foot back. You're going to squeeze your inner thighs together, tightening it up, especially that left butt cheek. I want you to feel that working, and your belly button pulling in, sucking it in like you got that pair of pants that don't fit. Your left hand, you're going to take it into a twist. So we're going to reach it behind the back. Take it behind your back and turn open, twist. Now, gaze can be either on the ground or to the wall or up to the ceiling. But if it's up to the ceiling, see if you can see the wall behind you. Well, you keep your neck long. Your left shoulder is also pulling away from your ear a little bit. Tighten up the glutes. Bring your left hand down and change legs. So step forward. Left foot steps back. Then you're going to wrap the right hand behind your back, tighten up in between your legs like a little scissor action. And twist open, belly buttons in. Front knee is bent a lot. Back leg is straight and strong. Really tighten up in the middle, right between your legs. I want to feel like you're squeezing something between your legs. And then taking that gaze to the same position you did on the other side. Strengthening the neck, getting flexibility. And slowly coming out. Hands come down, feet step forward, and we're going to rise up. Woo! All right, now this time we're going to go into another kind of lunge. It's a modified mountain climber. So instead of like a mountain climber where we run the feet, run the feet, run the feet, we're only going to do one foot. Here you can do the blocks or no blocks. You're going to take your right foot behind and your left foot behind. And we're going to pull in, switch it. We start this way. We're going to pull the right knee in, hover it, and then extend back, okay? So you shift forward onto your left front foot. You're going to pull the right knee in like you're going to step forward, but pull it in really tight to your belly. Keep that left knee bent, and then stepping back into the lunge for a break, okay? So the work is here on the forward movement. We pull in, crunch, bend that left knee, get down low, belly in, tight, tight ball, and then step it back. That's one. We got 5 aside. Pull it in. Pull, 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 tight, small ball. Step it back, 2. Pull. Work that left thigh, belly strong. Step it back, 3. Let's go. Pull, pull, pull. Step it back, 4. And one more. Pull, pull, pull. And step it back, 5. Take a break, stand up. So your front left thigh, or the front leg, whatever leg in front was my left, should have been really working hard there. All right, let's try the other side. Hands come down and take that left foot back. Your right foot's now in front. All right, here we go. Shift forward, keep the knee bent, pull that knee to the chest, make yourself a small ball. Hold, hold, hold. Step it back, 1. Pull it in, pull, hold. 2. Here we go, pull. Hold, hold, hold. Step it back, 3. 2 more, guys. Pull. There's 4. Last one. 4, 5. Excellent. Go ahead and take a break. Stand up, shake it out. All right. Next up, you can use your blocks as a tapping point, but I'm actually going to use my sofa as a tapping point. We're going to do some warrior 3s. So you're going to step your right foot forward. Your left foot's going to go back behind. You're going to teeter-totter down. Tap either to your sofa or to your blocks or just to imaginary blocks. And then come back up. We'll do that 5 times. Okay? So the tap with the fingers, though, is very light. It's just for measure. Okay? Try to make sure that you're not just hinging and keeping this foot way down. We got to lift the back leg up way up. So leg comes up as you teeter-totter down. Lift it up. 1 will stay on one side. Here we go. Teeter-totter down. 2. Teeter-totter. 3. Teeter-totter. 4. Last one. Teeter-totter. 4, 5. Other side. Super flies. Here we go. Lifting your leg. Balance. Up. Come back up. 1. Nice and easy. Control slow. 2. Breathing. Remember, don't hold your breath or clench your jaw. 3. See how relaxed your eyes can be. 4. One more. Working the hamstrings now. 4, 5. Excellent. All right, next up, you're going to need your light weights. We're going to start with standing leg raise. We're going to move all the way to standing split and all the way back up to standing leg raise. Now, what you do with the weights is going to be up to you, but I like to take them down through the center. So meaning that I'm going to start with my arms up, left leg up, and then I'm going to move through warrior 3. I like to bring the weights either to the shoulders or bring them out to a T, like a flying airplane. And then the weights are going to come down to the mat, tap the mat, and then bring them back up in that same circular fashion. Try not to put down your back foot and come all the way back up that standing leg raise. Okay, let's try 3 on each side. Going at your pace. When you finish your 3, take a quick break, shake it out, and then try the other side. Even speed is the name of the game here. When you're finished, take a break, and you're going to come back to hands and knees on the floor. Take your time. All right, fire hydrants. All right, we're going to do 10 on each side. You can do it on your hands, but an option that I like is down on the forearms or on the forearms on the blocks. Knees are stacked underneath the hips. You're going to keep the neck long, belly button sucking in, and then you're going to transfer the weight to one side. You're going to keep the other leg covered best you can. Bring it out to the side and lower down. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Other side. 1. 2. Even pressure on the hands or elbows. 3. Belly in. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Take rest. Child's pose. All right, grab your light weights. You're gonna make your way onto your back. If you have blocks, you're going to place them towards your feet because we're going to use this for bridge. You're going to put your feet on your blocks. You can kind of preset them up. But if you're at home and have a sofa, you can also put your feet up onto your like a chair or ottoman or sofa. Okay. All right, so on your back, feet onto the blocks. You're going to take your weights up into the air, straight up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to press into the blocks to lift your hips up and lower down. Now the weights can be straight up to the ceiling. That's the easier version, but you can also take them towards your hips or up over your head, depending on what feels best in your body. So I want you to try it both ways. So arms are going to go up, and then lift your hips up, and then try lowering the weights down towards your hips or over your head. And then back up and try the other direction. And back up by your hips or over your head and change the direction. Your hips are just staying in the same position the whole time. Your weights never touch down. They just go to a hover. Your strong shoulders really pushing the weights away from you. Pushing the whole time, no relaxing. And then when you've had enough of that, we're going to take rest. Excellent. Now we're going to go into the dead bug. So you're going to lift your legs, tabletop hold, flex your feet, and keep a neutral spine, meaning don't necessarily press hard your lower back into the mat, but don't let it be too arched up either. We're going to do flies. So turn the palms towards each other and then open the arms, tapping the backs of the arms, the triceps towards the mat. The weights never touch, and then close them back up. Open and close. Open and close. You want the weights about level with your chest and not your shoulders, so they are lower than one might think. Do two more. The last one. Excellent. Go ahead and place your weights down, move your blocks a little bit out of the way, and windshield wiper your legs from side to side. So your feet going to be wide. This is a resting windshield wiper. Nice and easy. Wide legs. You're going to stretch. All right, we're going to roll up onto our sides for bananas. You're going to need one weight with you. So any side will do. You're going to come all the way into a pencil shape. You're on your shoulder. You're going to take your one weight up into the air. Feet stay together. Lift your feet and lift your head. Now we're going to pulse it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take rest. Do a spinal twist. Draw your knees into your chest. And then open up the shoulders. Maybe you'll get a back adjustment. Good for you if you do. All right, let's switch other side. Roll it over, flip it over. You're going to come onto the shoulder, feet together, arm in the air. You're going to hold the banana first, lifting the legs, lifting the head. Now we're going to pulse, lift a little higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Hold the knees in. Weight comes down. Spinal twist. However feels good to you. and release. Come back onto your back and do reverse crunches. So reverse crunch, instead of bringing your head and shoulders up, you're bringing your hips up. I like the hands down by the side. You can use your arms a little bit. You're just trying to tuck it in a little tighter. I think of bringing my knees towards my shoulders and then trying to lift my tailbone off the ground. Control it. So we don't want to flip around and flip like that. Right? Control. As long as you feel the contraction in the abs, you're doing it. Your hips don't have to come up very high, but they can come way up high. If you're really strong, you might be able to get your hips way up off the ground. I'm showing the modification here, keeping the hips low. Keep moving. Breathe. Note that the ab work means we're getting close to the end. So you can always smile knowing that this is almost it. All right, take a breather, any kind of stretch you need. So next we're going to do a reverse crunch to a hollow body hold. So what that's going to look like is you're going to do another one of these reverse crunches, pulling in, and then you're going to extend your legs out, lift your head and shoulders. Then you're going to come back in, head comes down, hips come up, reverse crunch, just slow hollow body hold. Pulling back in, reverse crunch, and into a hollow body. Moving at your pace. Holding is what you need to hold. If you need a break, you take a break. If you can hold your hollow body a little bit longer, that's where a lot of the work is. Good for you. You can do it. And release. Nice job. Windshield wipers, that's always my favorite after some ab work. All right, heel toe your feet together. This time we are going to go back to our bridge. We're going to do arms again with the weights. So this time, instead of both arms doing the fly, you're going to do one arm at a time. All right, so you're going to lift your hips up into bridge. You can use the blocks, no blocks. You can do your sofa. You lift your hips up, arms go up, and then fly one arm out to the side, and then the other arm out to the side. And the idea is you're trying to keep your lower body steady. When you take one arm out, your body's going to want to shift. Now, if you find this is way too easy for you because you've got buns of steel, hamstrings of steel, core of steel, you're like, I don't feel anything. You can either go a little heavier with your weight or, hey, one leg. So take one leg up and then try it. One arm at a time. Maybe do 2 or 3 reps in the arms and then change legs. The leg that feels weaker, that's the one I want you to try to do a few more, or take a break and come back and do again. It's always one side that shakes more, or you feel like you don't have the strength. Always take a quick break and then try a couple more. And then we'll take a break. All right, here we go. Kind of a stretch and core work at the same time. So what you're gonna do is lie flat on your back. You're gonna straighten out your right leg. You're gonna hold your weight in your left hand. You're gonna take it up over the head towards the ceiling. Now your left knee is gonna draw in. and you're going to try to go into a spinal twist. We did this last week in the studio. So you're going to bring the leg across the body, and then you're going to try to lift your head, lift the weight to the ceiling, but don't let this left leg tap down. You're using core strength to hold it, and then you're going to lower everything back down, including your head. You're going to start with the leg first, start the twist, and then push, 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 push up towards the ceiling. And then you come back down, slow control. I like the arm a little bit out of the way because I'm not trying to use my right arm. I'm trying to just let it be relaxed here. Try to make the core work, creating a twist and a side oblique crunch, and then lower back down. Let's do one more. Twist and push, lift, and lower back down. Good, let's try the other side. So left leg straight, right leg is bent in, the left arm is just out at a little V, right arm is up, and you're gonna bring the leg across, and you're gonna crunch. You're gonna try to bring the weight up towards the ceiling, feel a little side oblique crunch, and then lower back down. Here we go again. Head stays down until you get a little bit of a twist, and then you're pushing the weight up to the ceiling. Head comes up. I have a much harder time on this side than I do on the other. It's probably something with a back injury or weakness or coordination of some sort. But maybe you have even strength and no issues on either side. That's a good sign for you. Because this is an internal, it's working your inner thighs, internal twisting side obliques. Or it is not an easy move to do. And the heavier your weight, the harder it becomes because you're trying to then do a crunch and a side twist rolling up, and that's kind of keeping your weight down. Nice job. All right, let's do a happy baby. You can sway if you like, or stay still. And release. Figure 4 glute stretch. So you can cross the ankle over the knee. If you know you have like hip issues, you can always try pushing your, like if you got the right leg crossed, try pushing down the hip crease, pushing that leg away from you. That creates a little traction in the hip socket. And then draw the knees into the chest if that's your preference, getting a stretch more into the glute. But if it creates a sharp pain in your groin, go back to the other one. And switch other side, crossing left ankle over, opening knee. Maybe try that push away. Doing a little traction. It shouldn't feel like too much unless you have some hip things going in there. Then it might feel good. It might feel like release. And then draw a knee in the chest. And then both legs go up into the air. Point and flex your feet, getting the stretch in the calves. Back of the legs. And then we're going to go into a wide V, but I want you to try to grab your ankles or your feet to do it. You can bend your knees, so you can grab your feet, however, in the inside, the outside, the toes, and then try to go into a V wide while holding on, getting a big stretch in the inner groin and the hamstring. See if you can relax your shoulders. Then release the feet or bend your knees. Draw the knees into your chest. Going to roll over onto one side for quad stretch. All right, so you can prop your head on your arm and you're going to grab your top ankle, kick back. I'm actually trying to squeeze my butt a little bit here to push my hips forward as I'm kicking back versus trying to jam my heel into my butt. I'm actually trying to kick backwards a little bit, not real hard, but just enough to get that stretch. And then release, pull the knees in tight so we can do another spinal twist. Head comes to the mat and arms open to your T. And release. Let's switch to the other side. Support your head, knees tucked in, grab ankle, kick back. And then start to squeeze your butt to push your hip more forward will intensify the stretch. Keeping the heel away from the hip. And release. Spinal twist. And cobra. Unless your preference is floor bow today, come onto your belly. You can start on your elbows, try Sphinx out, see how that's going first for you. If that's going okay, you can then come into the full cobra, bringing the hands by your lower ribs, press yourself up. See if you can relax your legs, hips, and stomach. And then lower down. Child's pose, bring your knees together. And bend your elbows. Bring them in nice and tight. Make yourself into a small ball. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And deep breath in. Exhale out. Make your way to seated Sukhasana, easy seat. Sitting up tall and do your neck stretch. Start with the chin to chest. Slight roll. And then slowly roll other side. Come back to center, head up. Little head tilt to the side. And side. And back to center. You're going to round down. Breathe. And make your way back up. Okay. We're done. Let me hit recording off.